Guys, today we're going to look at something that I just happened to see on Instagram. I just ordered it. I thought it was really cool, and this is the rope roller. It is used paracord. It gives you a really great system. And then when I got on there, they had the Rollercam, which if you've ever used strapping and with the ratchet system and everything, it's very complicated at times, unless you really know what you're doing. And this is a very simple way to be able to use straps and to be able to use paracord or the cord that comes with it to tie down things. This is just a really cool system. Well guys, here is the packaging when it comes in, and this is the rope roller, and then we have the Rollercam. What I love about this is how simple it is, and we'll get into a lot of the details, but I just wanted to show how it comes. All right guys, this is the traditional strap system, and you just press down here. It has these ratchets, and so as you do it, you can just lock this, and then when you're ready to release it, you just bring back these little tabs, which really are kind of a pain in the butt. We have these that we use on our 4x4. If we're hauling something or moving something, or we're strapping down something, this is kind of a complicated system. Does it work? Yes. And this actually is a lot more heavy duty. This will take a lot more weight because it's just made for that. But what I was really looking for was something kind of simple. And this is definitely not simple. And so when I first saw the Rollercam, and I just saw this online, I think it was actually on an Instagram video, and it was very intriguing. One of the things I loved about it is how simple it is. And I'm going to show you the locking system first. Here you have a brass roller. You have stainless steel pins. This is zinc, or some kind of zinc alloy. It's called Zamac. And then we have a little grip here. And you can see the teeth. So here I've got it unrolled. Now you can either get it in this 45-degree angle, or you can get a hook. You can also get a loop where it's actually stitched together. It's according to how you want to use it. So we take and press down, push up through the brass rollers, and then we go back through the brass roller. And that's it. And you let go and it locks. I mean, to me, this is so simple. Again, this is going to be for more smaller activities. Now, we have the bar tacking. It's triple bar tacked, and it's really substantial. This is in what they call the Expedition color, but they do make it in blue, which is their classic. These guys have been around since 2004. But this just locks the teeth, and the more you pull it, the more it locks into this little lever. And so it's going to really give it a lot of strength to it. There's not a ratcheting system. You're not messing around with things. You're not having to pull a different way. All you got to do is just let loose, and then you can either tighten it like this, or you can loosen it. It's got a lot of texture to it. So this is going to just hold really well. And we're going to demonstrate it. This is the 12-foot length. So, it's quite a bit bigger. This does come in 1 foot all the way up to 20 feet. I wanted the 12 just because I can strap larger items maybe onto my 4x4 or my Jeep or Hummer, whatever I want to do, and just be able to strap this down. And a lot of times we're going to the dump. We need to go over our tarp to make sure things don't fly out. I mean, there's a lot of reasons why I like these tie-down straps. But it is a high tenacity strength webbing is what they call it. And you can tell this is super strong. It's UV resistant, it's abrasion resistant, low profile, and they say it's high strength, which you definitely will see that it is high strength. There is a little tag right here as well. These are not super cheap. I think this runs $10, and I got 2 of them, so these were $20. But you'll use this over and over. And again, straps it in. What I love though, the real reason I bought these is because it is so simple. Again, you just lock it in and then release, and you're done. I love that. Here with your traditional, you got to pull this down, lift it up, then you start ratcheting it. And one of the things I really hate is when this gets all tangled up and then this turns, and it's just difficult. Now, a lot of guys use these all the time. I use these still. We have certain things that we have to use something with a lot of pulling power. And of course we can lock that down. But again, the Rollercam straps also come with a hook. Not going to be as substantial, but definitely it's just less complicated, and I think I like that the best. And then again, if you're going to release this, you got to pull down on here, and they're a little bit tight to get to, and they make a number of different ones, and then that way you can pull it through. Well guys, there's a lot of uses for this. Obviously, if you use straps, this is going to be something that you can really use, and it's very simple. Now we're going to take this big old MTM crate and I'm going to put it in the back of the T-Rex, and it's off-road, so things bounce. And a lot of times I want to secure my stuff, even though it's secure seemingly in the back of this little bed. But still, things bounce and they can come out, plus it just damages what you have in it. Now I'm going to place these around, so I'm just going to start out. I'm going to keep this on one side, one way or the other. And we have the tie downs here, which really come in handy. So I'm just going to pull this through and then come to this side. And then we're going to do the same on the other. And now I'm going to go ahead and set up my crate. It fits pretty well. Then I'm just going to pull this through, go over the top. And I'm going to do this on both sides. They have different lengths, and this is the 12-foot. So there's going to be a lot of excess. You can get smaller ones if you want to customize it. So we have to go all the way to the end, and then we're going to bring it through. Now you'll be tempted to go through the front and then back through, but just lift the handle and go just through the brass roller and the lock. And this will hold it. Then all I need to do is keep it pressed and just pull. Once you've got it really secure, we're going to go to the other side. Now again, this is just the 45-degree cut, and they do have hooks and they have loops. So if you want to hook it to something else, you can do that as well. Here again, we're just going to press it down, go through between the teeth and the brass, just like this. That's all you need to do. Then just pull it through. Really, you don't need to push down your roller cam. Just pull it, because the tension is on going in the other direction. So this will still give you a little bit of pulling, just like it is on a zip tie. Now we got it pretty cinched up. Let's go ahead and test it out. It's locked down. Then to release, just press the lever and it unlocks. And then this will just pull out easily enough. Now obviously, just hold on to it and pull it. But really what got me started was the rope roller. And this is great for paracord. And that's what I first thought as soon as I saw it. Very simple. Here you just have a latch, you just press down, and then you can just pull this through. And then when you lock it in, it locks. On the other end, we have a small knot tied with a circle. And that way we can lock this in right here. And now we've got a very secure fit. One thing about this though, if you pull in the wrong direction, it does not lock. You have to pull it away from the latch. So when you're putting it on, you pull it away from the latch and then it locks. This way you can actually pull it because of the way the teeth lock into the wheel. And again, you have a brass wheel, you have stainless steel pivots and a stainless steel hook here, and then we have the zinc alloy top. Now this is rated for 35 pounds or working pounds, but it's rated for brake pounds up to 115 pounds. So while this is not, again, really heavy duty, you do have some strength to it, and for most of the things that you're going to attach, you shouldn't have any problems. And this is a 10-foot length of cord. You can get different ones. I got 2 of these, plus there were 4 additional rollers. And so this comes in a little pack, and obviously you could get with 6. But I can use this with paracord. But again, the big draw was that I could use paracord. And here we have some 550 cord, it's 7 strand. You want to put it on the opposite end of where you have your little latch, and that's where it's going to hold. So we go ahead and put it in, and because we've burnt the end, it's just a little tough to get in. So you don't want to deform it. There it goes. So you pull it through. You can see the little teeth and they lock in. And that way, when you're pulling it, it locks it. And this is the side that has the loop. So where you want to adjust it and pull it out, you want to have that going toward the latch. So here I can just press it and then I can just pull it through. But once I lock it, it's not going anywhere. It's locked in and it's resting against those teeth. Again, if I pull it this way, it actually will pull through because the teeth aren't locked in to the wheel onto the cord. Here you have your little latch, and it's not huge, but for strapping down things and for getting into that other side of your paracord, it just locks right in. So an excellent tool for your paracord, and that's really the reason why I got started with this in the first place. We're going to do the same thing with the rope roller. It already has a little loop on the end. One thing you want to make sure is that whatever end the loop is, the cord feeding in does not have the release point. This is what locks in because of this angle. If it's on this side, it'll actually pull. So you want to make sure that whatever you're putting your tension on, it has that little locking action, and that is toward whatever you're attaching it to. So we're going to start out by running the cord right through this eyelet and really do the same thing that we did with the other one. Again, we have that release button on the back side. So wherever the loop is, you're going through the non-lever side. Let's bring our loop over and we'll go ahead and just put it in. It's got that little spring that'll hold it into place. And then you can actually push the lever or you can just pull it. And really pulling it gives it a lot of tension. So we have quite a bit of tension building up there. And again, just loop it in and then you can just pull it. So again, with the lever, you can pull out and this will lock this in. All right guys, this is locked in pretty tight. All right, we're gonna try the dump method. Yeah, holds it in. You wanna make sure you have a good sturdy point to be able to lock down to, and sometimes, especially on these crates, they have little gaps. If you can lock into something, this is actually locked onto the buckle, but just lock it down. Now one thing that I really like about the rope roller is I can use standard paracord. So I've tied my own loop, locked it in. This is actually a slip knot, so when I pull this, it's gonna pull up to it. But you can order just these pieces separately. These are accessories, and also the roller cams are also accessories. You can order them separate, use your own straps. So like for me, we've got the longer ropes there, but I've got these extra ones, and so now I have extra capability, and I can go a lot shorter. Now sometimes you might have something packed out, you're 4x4, you're going fishing, you're hauling a bunch of stuff, and you have things that are just not finding a place. And yet you may have a secure point where you can tie this down. Now whatever anchor point I want to use, I can just run my loop over that. And I'm gonna bring my bag around, go ahead and just put it underneath. And I'm gonna bring out my rope roller. I'm gonna go ahead and take out a lot of the slack, and then gonna go ahead and hook it in like this. Then I just pull it. Then I come over to the other side, go ahead and put my loop through, go underneath my pack. Now I'm gonna take as much slack out of the paracord as I can, loop it into my rope roller, and then I'm just gonna pull it. Again, you don't have to hit that lever to be able to adjust it. And now I've got my pack secured in here. It will slide a little bit because of the rails, but you know, if you have an anchoring point, this is gonna work well. It gets it out of the way, and I don't have to worry about this falling out. One thing too I like is how easy it is to release this. I just hit the button and it goes. That is really nice, and I'm not having to untie and do all that. It's just real convenient. Now here I've taken two of the rope rollers. I've locked in one. We could have used the other blue one, but I just used this black one that I had with paracord. So we've got this thing cinched up, just hooked in. And here you can see I've got them locked up in a circle, and then I've got the two rope rollers connected. But really, if I had paracord long enough, I could just use one of the rope rollers. Well guys, got some shelter right here. I just set it up with the rope rollers. In fact, each of the lashing points are rope rollers as well that I've just rigged up. What's really cool though is you can set this up really fast and you can take it down really fast. Guys, I know that if you really like to do knots, it's an important skill to have. But if you want something very convenient and easy, I mean, this really works well, especially for the novice. Here I've got one rope roller attached to a stake, and then up here I've got it on the eyelet. So it just holds up, and you got those four corners. used the 6 rope rollers, I had 4 stakes and the tarp, and I had shelter. You just never know when you need to make a getaway. Now this is about 35 pounds, and I'm going to put pressure on the lock itself. And so it's going to hold it, and this is pretty much dead weight. You start distributing the weight out and it really takes a lot of the pressure off. And of course it'll do a lot more than this. The rope roller holding up, of course paracord will hold up, but no deformation. Now the rope roller comes with 2 of the rope rollers, and it comes with 2 lengths of 10 feet cord, and then also with the 4 additional rope rollers. And so these can be used again with paracord. I'm sure you can get more cordage from Rollercam. So it just gives you a lot of options. There are a lot of accessories. There's a lot of stuff that they put together. And I just think it's a really cool system. So the price of 6 of the rope rollers with the hanks of cord is $45. So if you're into overlanding, hunting, camping, you're into prepping, you want to have something you need to be able to tie down that's very simple. While this is not heavy duty in a sense, I mean, this will get you by most of your task. And what I love about it is I can utilize paracord, and I've got a system. Guys, when it comes to fire, it is essential to survival, and having a good fire kit and knowing how to use it is vital for survival situations. And Exotac makes the best fire starters on the market. Made in the USA down in Winder, Georgia, using really high-grade aluminum, they machine some really beautiful handles, a lot of different features, replaceable ferro rods, and a number of other different fire starting tools. You get 20% off using Suits20 with the link down below in the description. And a big thank you to Exotac for sponsoring today's video. So guys, the Rollercam, very simple way to be able to strap down things, much easier than the ratchet system where things are getting twisted up. It holds very well. You're not going to get the strength you are in some of the really heavy-duty ratchet systems, but this definitely is great for most of your applications to be able to tie down things. And then with the rope roller, I love this. With the paracord availability to be able to use this, I mean, this makes a great addition to your paracord system. And so simple, whether you're putting up tarps, whether you're strapping down things, for whatever you want to use it for, these are just 2 cool options. Again, just found these on Instagram, loved them, and they didn't disappoint. Be strong, be of good courage. God bless America. Long live the Republic. Blocks it on out. Well, that sounded stupid. It just blocks it on out. What the heck? We're gonna take this. Okay, this is the Rollercam and this is the rope roller.
It says
Thank you. Extra pieces with the 4 extended, and then you have extended, re-extended this too. So check out the Rollercam and the rope roller. It's a great option to hook. It gives you a place, and of course we got this all bunched up. What is the deal here? Some kind of polycarbonate. I don't even know what this. What is this? What is this? What is this stuff? I am the Frito Bandito. I didn't see it in there. Didn't see it, Grant. Didn't see it. Strap locks or just a lock. What are those things called? What are they? Huh?
ratchet locks.
Ratchet. Yeah, that's good.